All right, good. So let's unwrap the puzzle. Let's see what we have today.
Let's unwrap the puzzle. Unwrapperino. EeBoo, yep. Knew it. Ooh, fun! A fast one.
Well, it is definitely a round.
This is gonna be a fast puzzle. Oh, guys, you won't believe. My room is so cool now.
Just take it off completely.
Once
There were plastic
you'll
stickers
see
on
for
here.
yourself when you get there.
So you can get a knife or some scissors to slice those open.
It's too late for coffee. Try to trick your body with decaf. But why do you want to stay awake?
Special to do with this one here. I did this puzzle a few nights ago, and when I spilled the pieces out, I had blocks of 4 pieces falling out, and I had about, I don't know, 10%.
My room is so cool, guys.
In chunks. So everybody, please open up the bag of
look at this
pieces. Pour them into your box. If there is a poster in there, you can remove the poster if you want to use it, and just go apart and break up any pairs or like quadruplets or other pieces that are connected. It maybe in your set you don't have any, but I felt that there was just like a way for me to like. Because when I picked up the pieces, like there were 4 pieces connected.
Yeah, it happened to me last time.
The cut hadn't gone quite through the cardboard. It was like still connected at the corners. So if you have any, just run your fingers through there, taking them apart.
Yeah, it was happening to me last time. These puzzles have lots of connected.
So yeah, this is the 3rd time we're doing this. We've done 2 EeBoos
before, 5 connected pieces.
But we did it once with a Clementoni and once with a mud puppy. So that is something when I do every puzzle beforehand, and yeah, this one just felt unnecessarily too much connected. However, at the very end, when you finish your puzzle and it's all connected, it makes a fantastic pickup challenge because it sticks together so well. So yeah, so once you've gone through and broken up some pairs and some connected sets, don't put them back in the bag. Just get rid of the bag and just put them all back into the box. Give it a good shake,
more or less.
then put the lid on, and then
more or less. Okay. Oh gosh, this one is bad. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody should have finished crumbling up the pieces.
Only 7 are falling asleep and the kids are still fully awake. Oh no. And I do 2-day drive with kids next weekend.
Middle of the table.
Stress is too soft of a word. To do again about 10 days later. Are you going to Poland? That you have, yeah. How could you forget?
Okay, looking good. Let's do a countdown. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
Puzzle dogs, stick together! Stick together!
All right, so let's take a closer look. So this is EeBoo.
Let's get the edges out. There's still 2 pieces connected.
Closer look at what we have here.
This is gonna be a very fast puzzle for people's.
So we have basically an image and landscape orientation, but it's just.
I haven't done a puzzle since the last competition, I think.
This is Greta
not training enough
here in her yellow jacket, I assume.
Not practicing enough.
And it's basically just a bunch of people holding a lot of signs. Sorry,
even though I got an insane deal, guys.
We have a lot of
insane deal on puzzles.
Protest signs. So it's basically people and signs and text. So, and many of the text are on similar colors. Like we've got yellow.
I got so many new 1,000-piece puzzles. Actually insane.
We've got pink on white, blue on white. So yeah, something a bit different tonight.
We definitely have a lot going on in this image. I just Googled it to like take a closer look as well. And I found out that there's a book under the same title with climate action.
That's the middle.
But yes, it's a busy puzzle. I can see that.
I just wanted to put Yeva on
Climate change.
Yeva Opmani on the screen. Your camera is off. Yeva Opmana. Please check. So I'm going to start with in the middle. I'm going to start with I. So let's start with Inga.
Middle. This is the big letters.
With I's and J's today. So we've got Inga from the Netherlands, Jenny from Finland, Jessica from USA, Jessica from Germany, Johanna from Germany, and Jukka from Finland.
I am already wondering how fast this is going to go. And yes, we can see a lot of flipping going on so far. Also, I have an issue with my YouTube not loading basically at all. So I'm also lagging behind a little bit in what is happening.
Okay, so I know some of the Finns have done this puzzle before. So two Finnish people watching have commented that they've done this puzzle. Is this a traveling puzzle in Finland? I've seen somebody else a Finnish person on Instagram has posted that they've done this and they are participating tonight. That would be Hannah. So Hannah has done this one before. Maybe some of the other Finnish people as well. We'll find out. Yeah, so you see a lot of text on the image and a lot of faces. That's kind of, yeah.
Every single detail seems very different though, so it might be easier to like sort in a way because like each text has a different color, each face is a little bit different in color. So yes, there's a bit of sky for those who like it.
So you can see Jessica from USA is doing quite a detailed sort. Oh, she's sorting by text. Oh yeah, so like the yellow on the browns, and then there's like the biggest there's one sign that's right in the middle and it has the biggest text. So that one is quite easy to identify. It says climate is changing, why aren't we? And that one, the text is a lot thicker and bolder than the others. So that was actually one that did stand out to me. But interesting that yeah, Jessica's doing a more detailed sort. And Inga has pulled some pieces out to the right of hers, but we can't see at the stage what has got her attention. Maybe those are the border pieces.
Yes, it could be. I can see it's not a traveling puzzle that Rika got from Hannah, but it was a swap. So it has been going around. But quite widely available. So the Finns might have a slight advantage in this case.
So I did buy this from the distributor in Denmark. So the distributor for EeBoo is in Denmark. So maybe in the Nordic countries, it's more widely available. I don't really see many EeBoos around in Germany.
Well, to be honest, I have never encountered the brand. Like I have never had one in my hands. I never tried one. So yeah, I don't know the brand very well. I have seen it written somewhere that it has pretty glossy pieces. Did you have that experience?
Yes, but I have very even lights when I puzzle in the evening. I have a pretty good lighting situation, but I think for those who have more like a spotlight or like light coming from one more direction, I mean, you can see on Kirsten Glaser that the way well, I mean, that's just shining off the box, but hopefully it's not that shiny on the pieces for her. Yeah, so those were a less than ideal lighting situation in the evening. We'll notice that it's more glossy. So on the screen, we have Karin from Austria, Karin from Germany, Kati from Germany, Katrin from Switzerland, and Kirsten G from Germany. So you can see Karin K is pulling out that middle sign. Climate is changing, why aren't we? It's got this nice bold pink on white, and it's also the center. So also with these EeBoo puzzles, they have a similar to the circle colors, they have a very distinct inner circle. So even if you are not searching for those pieces, they will stand out when you're doing the flip. Looks like Kati also has that middle section. Yeah, so it looks, oh, and Katrin is also doing the pink on white text.
That seems to stand out to a lot of people.
Yeah, we can see in the background Inga is working on the border. So she got the border mainly in place, while the others are starting from the middle.
Inga is starting with the border, though.
Let's take.
In the meantime, from what I can see.
Pink, 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 pink.
So we already see very different strategies showing up with the different participants.
So leave Kati on a bit longer. So we also have Kirsten K from Germany. So we've got 2 Kirstens from Germany participating tonight. We also have Kirsty from Finland, Lena from Germany, Les Puzzle de Blitz from France, and Linda from the Netherlands. So I did take part in the competition last night, organized by Les Puzzle de Blitz. And that
How was it?
It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a big puzzle. It was Euro graphics with larger pieces and very colorful and very busy. But
was it that Christmas scene that I have seen on someone's Instagram?
Yeah, it was like the most Christmassy puzzle ever. But I really enjoyed it, and
how was your time? How did you do?
56 minutes, and I think I came second after Enemy. So
nice.
That was exciting. But yeah, so Celine from Les Puzzles de Blitz, she organizes the French competitions. I mean, they're open to others as well.
Is there only one sign? Yes, there's only one sign with yellow letters. We could take that also.
So, oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Do you know if they're planning any other competitions?
I think she has plans to continue in next year. She did do a survey after the one before, after the competition before, just to gauge people's interest, and so I think she has some more in the works in planning.
Good. I did participate in one of the first competitions that she did. That was the Cheshire Cat, which was a pretty killer puzzle at that time. And since then, I never got around to participate, and I always just keep looking at it. But yeah, didn't make it to actually participate. But maybe next year.
Yeah, no, it's always interesting seeing the different puzzles that people select for the competitions. I also get to enjoy the surprise of what other people pick.
Yes, for you, it must be especially refreshing to take part in someone else's competition.
Yes, no, and also we've set up a calendar between those who organize so that we don't clash with each other. So I can take part in theirs, they can take part in mine, and that we don't choose the same date for our competition. So we're trying to work together. All right, so we have Lisa from Denmark, Lisa from Sweden, Ludmilla from the Ukraine, Lynn from Belgium, and Madara from Latvia. And looks like Madara's got another puzzle on the table that she's kind of pushed to the sides to make way for this puzzle. Yeah, so the pieces, because it's a round puzzle, the pieces are slightly bigger. Yeah, and when you're doing the frame, it's always the frame of the circular puzzle is always bigger than you think. So I was always kind of pushing it outwards until I could fit everything in. So yeah, space can be an issue with round puzzles.
That's exactly what I was thinking as I was looking at Madara's table, if it's going to be actually big enough for the puzzle. Because it seems like she's pretty crammed over there. That might actually be a challenge for her later on.
So Lisa T has she's been doing the yellow text on brown backgrounds. So she's got a nice chunk at the bottom. So the one that Lisa has done, it says, "I'm sure the dinosaurs thought they had time too." So actually, hang on, let me count again. So there's 17 signs, 17 blocks of text on this puzzle. I don't think I've seen a puzzle with so many blocks of text, apart from some of these, like images where they have like candy, it's just completely full of candy packets or product packaging, and everything is basically like a sign or some wrapping. So yeah, it's unusual for that sense that there's a lot more text than usual. And what makes it difficult is that you can't puzzle from left to right because the pieces don't go from left to right. The pieces go circular. And EeBoo also has some pieces that don't have knobs, so they just have like a wave on the side, and then you just need to put like two wavy pieces next to each other. But if you accidentally bump them, then they shift.
Oh no, that is terrible. Yeah. I have only had that experience with Aduka puzzles. They also have that.
Exactly. So Aduka also has this wave edge, but EeBoo has it in a circular way for an added challenge. So my question for the viewers, do you like text on puzzles?
That is a very good question. I was thinking to myself as well that it can either be like very good for someone or very, very bad. I think, at least. How do you handle them, Michelle?
I actually enjoy a text on puzzles. So I generally, it's one of the things that I go to earlier on, like on the puzzle from last night's competition. It was of a Christmas market, and then there were buildings in the background. So there were like, the buildings had signs like hairdresser, things like that. And then on the Christmas market, every little hut had a sign: cookies, hot dogs, ornaments, wooden toys, doll houses, things like that. So quite earlier on, I did just grab all the text pieces and try and find some connections.
I can already see the reactions. Some people love it, some people hate it. We already have one, I love text on puzzles, and the other is, no, I don't like text on anything. I have mixed feelings with them. Like, for me, it's sometimes very difficult because I somehow don't find where the letters are pointing, and I usually leave any text for last. Or I try to avoid it and only do it if I have nothing better to do. So, like, I don't know why exactly, but it feels the same as when I have like stripes or a grid pattern or something like that. Those always like seem like a challenge, and it's hard to find what goes where. So yes, it's very different between the two of us as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so on screen we have Maita from Belgium, Amari from the US, Maria from Slovakia, Maria from Sweden, Matilda from France, and Michael from Germany. Now, I think Mari has got the most progress, what we've seen so far.
We also Mari is doing incredible.
Yeah, we've also got a really good angle of her table. So she's got big chunks of text. So maybe she's just gone for the biggest sections of text. So looking really good there. And if we look at Maria R, she's done a very detailed sort. So we've got like all the pinks and then the different text colors. And it looks like she's starting with the sky.
And she's being very meticulous about it.
Very systematic, and you can see she's doing the sky. So she's pulled all the blues out, and looking at the backgrounds, and just kind of ignoring the people and the signs to start with. Also a very interesting strategy.
Yeah, it seems like it works pretty well though. And then Lenka says that she loves text on puzzles, but not for speed puzzling, which is also very, very appropriate. Well, I like that attitude as well.
Recently, I did a puzzle with a lot of text on it, and it was not English, and I had no idea what I was piecing together, so that made it more difficult.
Oh, wow. What puzzle was it?
I can't say because maybe I might use it for a future competition.
Now you have piqued my interest.
A foreign language puzzle, but it was beautiful, but I was like, I don't know. There was just blocks of text around. It's like, I don't know what I'm writing here. The text itself was not helping me. Only the fact that it was in lines gave me a rough clue from the direction. But
well, let's hope it's not one of those Rosetta Stone puzzles.
Yeah, I find Maria's strategy fascinating.
Yeah, I'm also watching it, like pretty mesmerized.
So we'll see how that plays out for her later in the game. All right, joining us on screen we have Miriam from Sweden, Mona from Germany, Nia from the UK, and Nina from Denmark. So Nina's got some nice big chunks there.
Oh yeah,
looking really good.
She's holding this one.
Yeah, and people are going completely differently about the puzzle. Like we don't see two people who do the same thing at the moment, at least until now.
I'll see if anybody did my strategy because my strategy hasn't shown up yet.
Well, let us know when someone does. Susan actually says something pretty interesting, which is that she loves circular puzzles, and they were very popular in the 50s and 60s in the UK. Main brand was then Waddington's. I've never even heard of that before. Yes, I'm going to have to look into Waddington's. But it sounds like it's something that is...
What else do we have? We have this guy.
Not really available anymore, if I'm correct or not.
Okay, maybe it's... No, this is a backpack.
Let's see.
This is the girl next to this guy.
It is definitely a toy company. I can see that.
This is the middle bit.
Well, they did have a puzzle in 2010, 1,000 pieces, Christmas puzzle, for example. It is definitely a brand that is still available. Good to know.
Okay.
All right, so we also have Olivia from Poland, Rachel from Denmark, Ramona from Switzerland, Sammy from the USA, and Sam B from Germany.
Okay. This guy goes next to the
sorry, I got that mixed up. Sam B is first, and then Sammy with her little mascot. Oh, Chombi, he's got a top hat. He's got a top hat.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Because during the competition with the fancy bunny party and the 4 bunnies wearing top hats at the dinner table, I said in the live stream that her mascot would look very good with a top hat, and she got one.
That is actually pretty cool. No, I love that mascot. She's also doing pretty well. Like some people are having a lot of chunks already done, but Mari is speeding through this one very, very much. In the meantime.
Yeah, so Olivia is looks like she's doing more the people. Like I can see like a pink sweater, like working on a yellow sweater, perhaps.
It looks like she pulled those colors out. Yes, the pink and the yellow, probably those jumped out.
Yeah, with some of the blue sky. It looks like she's working on. All right. So yeah, it looks like everyone's found somewhere to start. So yeah, here at least with this one, I don't think it's one where people will get stuck. You can just, if something's not working, just move on, look for another color.
That's usually the good thing with like very busy puzzles, that you always have something to reach for with a lot of things going on.
So we have Shiori from Japan, Celia from Norway, Siobhan from Ireland, Smaranda from Romania, and Sophie from Denmark. So Sophie's actually going to be our guest interview this evening. We'll chat to her later. Now, she doesn't know what this puzzle was about, but I know something about her that was kind of related to this puzzle. So that's why I asked her if she would like to chat later this evening. So we'll find out what her connection is to this puzzle.
Now you got me interested. I want to find out what that is.
Good.
All right. So yeah, lots of I think it was quite good that they had the biggest sign right in the middle. It's a very nice departure point starting on the picture, the biggest sign in the middle. It looks like Mari is about 50% done. All right, with the time is 22 minutes.
Go for the sky.
Yeah, and Sophie's got some.
Wait, that's different here. It's here.
Yeah, some very nice big islands floating around. But a bit of the border, a bit of the signs, a bit of some clothes. So we'll see how that comes together a bit later.
I go quiet from time to time because as I'm watching the YouTube live stream, it loads a lot and I can't really follow it at the moment. So I'm trying to pin people to my Google chat that is open at the moment. So yeah, that's why I'm lagging behind a little bit in the conversation.
Okay, so we've got Stein from Belgium.
Move on.
Stina from Norway, Susanna from Germany, and Uta from Germany. So Uta has got a tray on there with like a second layer of pieces. So, oh, yeah, that might be quite useful for puzzles. Actually, last night when I did this puzzle with larger pieces in the competition, once I opened the wrapping and realized it was a bigger piece size, I did tell my kids, grab my backpack.
There's more
because
details.
I have 2 trays in my backpack.
Okay, let's go for the red.
Bring my backpack here. And I actually did that. I actually did what you can see Uta doing here is spread out the pieces, and then I had this on the table, and then I had like another layer just on top, just so I could manage everything in my space. I didn't want to have to extend out across the kitchen counter in the other direction. And I think that's something that helped me. And then as soon as like the pieces got less and less, I could get rid of the trays.
Yeah.
Also Suzanne has some trays at her hand as well.
I mean, I see.
Yeah, I can see that. It can also help if you have like a limited amount of space. So like, yeah, you have somewhere to put the pieces, but still like for individual speed puzzling, I don't think I ever use the tray because like it feels like too much sorting and I don't really do that. But for pairs and teams, it can be very, very useful. That's the only time when I really use it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Mari in some other competitions where she did end up having the last pieces on a smaller tray.
Okay, go for it.
And then she could be really on top of the puzzle. She'd put the tray on top of the puzzle on the section that she'd already completed, and then she could just use those last pieces to fill in the gaps really, really close, not having to pull them off from the side. But yeah, personally, that was the only times I've used the tray in a 500-piece puzzle was for larger piece size, just to manage my space a bit area, because I'm at the kitchen counter. It's a kitchen island, so there's edges on 3 sides. And I had to be really careful, like I could fall off any side.
Oh, that's This one is on this side. Ooh. There.
I can see in the chat that someone was asking if it's a big advantage if a puzzle with a lot of words is in your native language or not. And yeah, Lily says, yeah, it helps since you know what is written and you know the spelling. And everyone else seems to agree that it's an advantage. But like, if I think about it, I'm not sure if I actually read what is on the writing, if it's a puzzle, especially in speed puzzling. If it's ever doing it like really quickly, I don't think I really register what it is.
Then I'll have to do a puzzle with like Chinese language and then
yeah, something like that.
Then you have to piece it together and be absolutely clueless.
I rather look at them as like not words, but like lines, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have Valerie from Germany, Verena from Austria, Veronica from Slovakia, Vicky from Hungary, and Yasmin from Germany.
Vicky is also doing pretty well.
Yeah, I always enjoy watching Vicky because she has her own way of doing it. And you can see it's kind of radiating out. You can see the circular pattern, but without, like if you compare Mari's with Vicky, Mari is doing it section by section, whereas Vicky is doing a mixture of section and place, pick and place.
Yeah, Vicky is always doing the pick and place, and she's just so accurate at it. Like you can already see the puzzle forming. And it's just, yeah, like you were saying, it's very, very entertaining to watch, I think.
So I'll leave Vicky on a bit longer and oops, yeah. And then I'm going to jump to the top of the alphabet. So we started at I. Let's go to A. So we're at 28 minutes. Okay, we have Agnes from France, Agnesa from Latvia, Aiden from Switzerland, Alexander from Germany, and Andrea from the USA.
So far.
All right, so it looks like Andrea is also, yeah, got a really good pace and has some really nice big sections, but unfortunately she's casting a shadow. She's got a lot of nice daylight, but her body is casting a shadow, so that might be making it a bit more difficult as she moves between her pile and her puzzle.
Yeah, it seems like the light is coming from the back. And then with Agnesa, like it's, yeah, the light is completely burning it out. I really hope that this situation is not that bad for her. As what we see on the screen.
Who is holding this thing? Here, a striped shirt.
Eva Opmana, your camera is still off. Could you please check, Eva?
There's a comment that says Andrea is so good that she doesn't even need light. But it has already disappeared.
She can puzzle half in the dark.
She doesn't need light. That's for the weaklings.
All right, so we have Anna from Cyprus, Anna from Germany, Anna from... Hang on, we have 3 Annas here. I'm a bit confused. Anna Benoit, maybe I don't. Okay. Don't know who the 3rd Anna is. Anna Benoit Cutton. I don't see your registration at the moment. Oh, she just registered a few minutes before the competition. Okay, Anna is from France. So Anna from Cyprus, Anna from France, Anna from Germany. Okay, Annalise from Belgium and Annemie from Switzerland. So Annemie's got her unicorns lined up.
More, we need more.
All her fans.
Piece together.
Actually, it was very fun because Annemie and I we'd been writing earlier in the day, and then she told me she was going to be in the same competition. And when I hit my done, except in French, you write fini. And then when I looked at the screen, and then just before me, 1 minute before me, Enemy had
We
finished.
need to find more things.
That was super exciting to be only 1 minute after Enemy, since usually she's like 10 to 15 minutes ahead of me. So, yeah.
That is so cool.
No.
Yeah, so here you can see Annalise is got some of the yellow jackets pulled out. Yeah, so actually what I did, well, first of all, I did the border, which
this dark,
probably many people have done, but
lighter blue.
I ignored all the text at the beginning. I only did the middle section, the one, the big section where everybody's starting in the middle, and then all the rest of the text, I just completely ignored it. I didn't want to go into that much detail and try and figure it all out. So I did
White
the
letters.
sky, and then I did color blocks. So then I pulled out like all the pink shirts, all the yellow shirts, all the blue shirts, and what I did at the very end was fill in the text.
So you work the other way around than what the majority of the people are doing.
Yeah, so
now.
I did the background. I basically worked on the background, so the sky, the shirts, the faces, and then the text at the last. So yeah, it's always interesting to see how everyone approaches it.
Now that you're saying your strategy, like what Vicky is doing is pretty similar to what you did. Like she hasn't really filled in any text yet.
Oh yeah. So the blue, like all the blues are done, and then what's missing, what the gaps on Vicky's are the text. But yeah, I think there's definitely an advantage if the text is your native tongue, or at least if you're familiar with that language.
Like in the sense it can help that you know what letters are logical next to each other.
And you can well, in the Monaco puzzle, I was repeating to myself there's that thin strip of small text, something like the history of racing or something like that, and I was repeating it over and over as I was trying to find the letters that match.
That's there for sure.
So if it was in French, for example, I wouldn't have a clue what how the words are formed and which letters belong together.
That Monaco puzzle was one of my nightmares. I didn't enjoy doing that.
This one,
like the Monaco sign, or like the letters that, like, I obviously left them for the very end, and yeah, I was struggling with that very, very much.
Future in.
No, but one thing it does. Well, actually, here most of the text is in a similar style. So most of the text is capitalized, so like block lettering. There are some puzzles where you have like some is in like a script writing, others have their own different fonts, but here it's pretty much all block lettering, except for the Greta Thunberg with protect, respect, love. Okay, there is some lowercase letters in there, but it is very blocky nonetheless. So we have Annika from Germany, Arkadius from Poland, Astrid from Denmark, Benjamin from the UK, and Bibi from Denmark. On screen, everyone's got some nice, nice borders going and signs connected. Very good.
It feels like Arkadiusz has been participating in every single EJJ that I have been commentating. I think I have seen him at every single one of them.
Yeah, I think in the last batch he did order all of the solos.
Who has a middle part?
Up to the 42.
Middle part, that girl.
So I've lost.
I'm thinking that he probably still has the pieces in the box because he has such limited space.
True, he is pulling them out. Yeah, but he's being very intentional. He doesn't have any pieces kind of just floating around the edges. He's just taking one and finding exactly where it fits.
Yeah, but in the meantime, they are not flipped in the box. At least they don't seem to be.
Okay, I have to switch to Mari because she's
very close. Extremely close. She has maybe about 25, 30 pieces.
Okay, so and maybe
and you might also want to take a look at Hannah.
Oh, we haven't got to Hannah yet. Okay, I'm just gonna. Well, oh, she has done this one, so she knows this quite well. All right, so I got up to the bees. I'm just gonna take a break and check in on Inga. Okay, so Hannah, Inga, and Mari, about 50 pieces left, but it looks like Mari has less gaps than the others.
Yeah, she seems to be very much ahead to everybody else.
Okay, we didn't get around to Amelia as well. Okay, so Amelia looks like at a similar level as Mari.
Oh, wow, yes.
It's taking me too long to put these pieces together.
Yeah, now it gets interesting.
Sign with white letters, but not that
The
sign.
missing pieces for Mari are a little bit more all over the place compared to Amelia, where she basically has, a couple of pieces like scattered, but she basically has a gap like right in the middle.
Okay, so maybe about 30 pieces. Yeah, so now, Mari has like faces and clothes to fill in. Okay, so we're at 38 minutes. My time for this puzzle was 54 minutes.
That is also a pretty good time.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this puzzle. My kids didn't think it looked like such a fun puzzle, but actually doing it, it felt fast. I felt like I had a good flow. But yeah, these whoever's going to finish in the next few minutes is going to have a super time with this one. So I think we'll be around 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not sure if it's going to be under 40. It might just be barely above 40. Looking at like the remaining pieces. Inge is also doing amazing. Yeah, from what I have been seeing from your times that you have been telling me about in the EJJs, you have also been like averaging around 50 something minutes most of the time. Is that correct?
For busy puzzles.
Yeah.
No.
About that. Yeah. So just under the hour is, yeah, I've been quite pleased with those times recently.
Protect.
But it looks like, okay.
Amelia is
Amelia
close.
or will it be Mari? It's
this
like just about 10 pieces left.
Protect, respect.
Hannah and Inga very close behind.
Anna, Amelia or Mari?
We will.
Who's going to be first?
This, this is
only a couple of pieces left.
This other sign. Which sign is this?
But Amelia is now tricky because the
here.
pieces are on her puzzle. So I can't really see how much is left.
Very close.
It's super close.
This one.
And Mari is done. Congratulations.
Well done at 40 minutes.
Exactly 40 minutes.
Future. The blue sign.
Amazing. And Amelia is done.
And Amelia. Oh, so close. Well done.
And it seems like Inga is super close now as well. She seems to be third. There you go. Inga third.
Oh, Inge's been on Inge's been on such a great streak. She was like third 3 times, and then first in pairs with her sister Ellen, sorry, and then third again. So a wonderful streak for Inge.
I think I have seen her use the hashtag Queen of Third.
So let's see who could be nearing.
Hannah is pretty close from what I can see. I'm also just browsing through the people. And that was a very close podium.
Oh, God damn it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm always amazed with the times around. Yeah, when people get their first attempts around 40s. So yeah, this one is a bit harder. So not in the 30s. We do the winning time was around 42 minutes. What did I say? 40? No, about 40 minutes.
It was about
we started a little
minutes,
bit. We started a little bit late because of crumbling the pieces.
Yes. We can also continue with the alphabet. Hannah is done.
Well done, Hannah. So recap, Mari and Amelia and Inga, they were all in the same minute. Okay, so less than a minute apart. And then Hannah was 2 minutes later.
Okay, we'll go there.
And then we have Andrea pretty close at the moment. Astrid is also doing pretty well.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, so Andrea's really close, just about 15 pieces left to Andrea. And then, yeah, could be Astrid rounding out the top 6 or Kati. Can't see exactly how many pieces are left on Kati.
Yeah, her camera angle doesn't help much because we see more of the box than the puzzle.
Protect. This one. Protect.
I'm also just browsing through the participants to see if someone's also close to finishing.
And the last pieces for Andrea. So yes, lighting is optional for Andrea. that can be his speed puzzling superpower.
Imagine how she would have done with the light.
Excellent. Well done,
Congratulations.
Andrea. All right, so we have had 5
sort out that sign.
finishes.
It's gonna be rough.
Top 5. We still have room in
I think
top
once I
10
have the
for
signs,
next
we'll
couple
have the
finishers.
backbone.
Oh. Yeah, so we also have Yasmin, looks like. So on screen now we have Sammy, Kati, Astrid, Veronica, Vicky, and Yasmin. All less than 100 pieces. Probably more likely 50 pieces heading towards the finish line. But yeah, so for Vicky has the gap in the texts.
Yeah, she seems to have left the text for the very end. And then Astrid seems to be working on the people now. And then Kati is also very close to finishing.
Mm.
And
it could be Kati next.
Is there a piece missing? She seems to have disappeared.
Oh,
done.
Yeah, because yes. the view we have of Kati, I think that's from overhead. That's probably her phone, and then the laptop to click done is probably a bit further away. All right, so
had to go through all the way to the room.
Okay, so top 6: Mari, Amelia, Inga, Hannah, Andrea, Kati.
It's
a nice lineup. It's a really cool top 10 so far.
Great.
And Astrid, just 1 or 2 pieces away. Done. Congratulations. This was 7th place, right?
7th, yes. And Astrid is done. Oh yeah, thanks. I forgot to put some markers.
Yeah, I'm trying to mark. So that we can keep it.
Yeah, I'm curious about Yasmin because she did well in a solo competition recently, and I don't know anything about her, so I wasn't expecting her. I think I may even have missed her finish, but we weren't expecting her. She hasn't been to other competitions, so with other people, just so people know, we do kind of pre-select people. Well, we mark people from the registrations who we think will be in the top 10, and that way we keep an eye on these people first, and also like the top 20. But there's always people who we don't know anything about, and then they surprise us.
And all of a sudden they're in the top 10.
Yeah.
It's usually the newcomers.
Look, Sammy has done it completely different. She left the biggest text for last. Everybody else started
very,
there.
very similar. Okay, so those are mixed.
So she left the inner circle. The big climate change sign in the middle.
Oh yeah, I can see. Only a couple of pieces left.
But it's fascinating. You can go in so many different directions and end up at the same goal.
No, it seems like no 2 people have gone the same way with this puzzle. And Yasmin is done. But she needs to run, seemingly.
Oh yes, so Yasmin is done. Very good. And Sammy.
And Sammy is done as well. Place 9. Francisca.
What's Francisca? I don't know Francisca. Wait there, I need to check. Okay, and it's done. Well done. Well done, Francisca. We don't know anything about you, so we didn't. Yeah, we don't know how to. For those we know, we can judge and kind of estimate when people will finish. But yeah, then we have a nice surprise, Francisca Ozdemir from Germany, a new one to watch in the top 10. Well done.
Congratulations. Okay. Veronica is also done. Place 12.
Okay, so it looks like the next one to finish will be Olivia and Mona. So on screen right now we have Olivia, Danica, Emma, Katrin, Mona, and Sophie. But there's many people at a similar pace. Also Anami and Smaranda doing really well. So at 52 minutes.
It seems like the majority of the people are starting to like get close to finishing now around the 50s.
But look, Olivia also has the same strategy as Sammy. She's also left the big sign in the middle for last, so kind of working her way from the outside inward. So interesting.
It kind of makes sense with the circular puzzle, the more I think about it, to like work from the outside in.
But then you have like the pieces in the middle are very curvy, so it's like obvious that they go in the middle.
Yeah, that's also true. I don't know, like because I very rarely do circular puzzles. I don't really have the experience. Like I've only done a couple of Ravensburgers, and that was basically it for circulars with me.
Okay.
So looking very good there. So I'm just gonna bring in our winner for the evening, or actually afternoon, where she is.
Different.
Oh, so
Okay,
well done, Olivia. I'll put Mari on the screen. And hang on. And the puzzle de Blitz, well done. That was super. All right, Mari, are you there?
We're going to wait and see if she wants to talk to us.
Mari, if you are there, okay.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
I'm back.
Hello.
Oh, you have some nice sunlight there.
I do. I'm going to try and put it not directly behind my head. There we go.
Hi, that's a nice puzzle shelf.
Thank you. It's overcrowded at the moment.
It seems very organized, though.
It is, but you should see the kitchen. It looks like a bomb went off and puzzles were in the bomb.
You've been making pizza puzzles.
Yes, I have. Although these are actually all in boxes for the moment, but there may be some more pizza-ing later. That was a mistake to start that trend because now people are sending me recommendations of puzzles to pizza.
Well, this one, I believe this is the perfect pizza puzzle. This one sticks together so well.
It's pretty good. Should we try it on camera?
Yeah.
And also, it's very circular, so it's appropriate for a pizza.
It's very appropriate. All right, let's see if this will do. Ready? I mean, it's helpful that I can hold it like this. Ready, and... Oh!
Nice!
And it's live one take.
It was meant to be. Very nice.
Perfect.
Who says puzzling isn't entertaining?
Yeah, so tell us what you thought of the puzzle tonight.
Oh, I loved it so much. What a great pick. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's bright. Lots of blocks of color. I love text. I love fonts. This text is all small enough that it actually behaves like text. I think we all know in the puzzle world, there's a principle that happens that if the text is big enough so that you only see parts of a letter on one piece, that it ceases to become text. It's just random lines and spaces, and that is very difficult to do.
Yeah, that is what the Monaco puzzle was. In this one, you can like see the text in the pieces.
Exactly right. In my household, we call that the Wizard of Oz principle, because the puzzle on which we learned this the hard way in competition was a puzzle of the Wizard of Oz. So when we're doing text, we'll say, is this Wizard of Oz? It means don't touch it, it's not text, or no, we're fine, it's actually text. No, I love text. I love circles. EeBoo's really fun, nice cut. There's something very like there's a lot of character in the EeBoo cut, which I love. I'm a shapework person, so I like when pieces have character and like the novels are very expressive or there are wavy lines in them or things like that. So it's like
That
everything that
face.
I love.
Come on.
Well, that has really shown
Sure.
because like you were flying through this puzzle from the very beginning,
Yeah, I was having
from
a
what we could see.
Yeah, I've never seen this one before. I do love the EeBoo circles. I only have 2 of them. I've only ever done 3 of them. But the thing about circle puzzles that you really want to know is the center.
Where's this middle part in it?
Because if you're doing shape,
Oh.
to get things locked in and the joins made early so things fill in quickly, you want to be able to build out from the center. So EeBoo is different from Ravensburger in that EeBoo is a quartered circle. If I pull the circle out here for people on YouTube who don't know it, this circle is made up of 4 pieces this way. So when
it's a mini pizza.
Yeah, it's a mini pizza. So you're looking for these quarters right out the gate. And if you can get that kind of, pulled and assembled early, it'll lock your center
has
down.
such red hair.
The Ravensburger circles are different. They emulate from one piece. There's one centerpiece and then 4 quarters that go around it. So it's just something that, like, from experience, if you know, it will really help your circles. That if you know how the center is cut, is it a quarter circle or does it emulate from one? And I just happened to know that. In fact, I was warming up for this. I had done an EeBoo circle to warm up, actually the bug bouquet from my first EJJ solo. And so we punched out the first 4 rows and I was warming it up, doing it upside down with just the cut. So I knew what the center looked like.
It sounds like you go about like the whole completing of the puzzle like very analytically. Do you actually think all this through as you're puzzling as well, or is it already like second nature and you don't really have to think about it anymore?
That's a great question. I am a hyper nerd, and I live with another hyper nerd. Everybody knows Jim, who commentates with EJJ. I get to live with him, and he commentates all of my practicing, which is energetic and inspiring and good practice for when they're talking about you and the real thing. But we like to talk about things and analyze, and when I practice, it's not just doing puzzles. We're doing specific work. Like, okay, we're going to work on text, we're going to work on shape, we're going to work on gradient, we're going to work on small goals. And with the idea that if you practice all those things, they go to bat for you in the moment when you're adrenalized and you can't really think about it. The muscle memory is there. But also I'm thinking about it and I'm strategizing and looking at, what is going to be the best pull? What's the best way to build out? Am I going to use that center shape to help me with those letters, or am I going to do it by the words? And you kind of have to feel that when you're in the pieces and see how everything's sitting.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. It's good to have someone else in the household who is like also commentating and like going about it analytically. Like it helps a lot, I would think.
Yeah, it's fun. Jim is very analytical and loves breaking things down. He's new to puzzling. He'd never been around puzzles before me. And I come from, my family are all pedagogues. They train teachers. So, and I'm a teacher as well. And so we're all about breaking down how do you do things, and being able to describe it to yourself makes it so you can describe it to others, but also so you can really do it better yourself. It's not a whole like, well, it's like, I guess I kind of did this. I have really strong instincts with the puzzles, but I find that it's really great when you can use your instincts and your training together, because then instincts always fail at some point, and so does training. So it's like having a backup generator in your brain. When your brain just goes, no information on this, your hands are still moving. And when your hands are going, uh-oh, your brain's like, well, look at that font. It's a different size than that font.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect strategy, because then you also always have like a backup plan to fall back on.
Yeah. I definitely had 2 big blunders in this that I thought were going to really cost me. And one of the things I'm working on puzzling right now is when I make a mistake in competition, not despairing. And that's really tough in this day and age of speed puzzling, because everybody's so good. It is so tight at the top. Like, look at these top 3 are all within a minute. And I've been in, clusters, especially in the EJJ, because everybody's so blasted good here. I've been in clusters that, 4, 5, 6 places can be separated in the same minute. And so when you know that that's the case, it's really hard to not feel like a mistake has just cost you that bracket. And you really just have to, Jim is really great telling me to do this all the time, where he's like, do not give up, just go, you can build out of this. My big blunder was I over pulled like crazy on this. I went in to pull the white signs with blue text, and I was pulling these two, which are the lighter background, and by accident I pulled the darker background as well, and I didn't realize until I knew my hand was way too full and I had more than one pull, and it was just going to be a mess.
There we go.
And it was.
This was like this way.
Jim was running through the room and he goes, do not give up, build through it. And so it just, you hang on and you just keep going because you don't know what's happening with anybody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned 2 mistakes, but I think you only like elaborated on one. What was the other one?
The other one was pulling the yellow shirts. When I did all the text and the signs first, and then when it came time to do the people, I'm like, oh, yellow stands out. But the problem with the yellow is that they're 2 big shirts, but there are also lots of other little slivers of yellow all around. And the middle of the circle, they're in between the border and the center, and that's where the cut is the murkiest for me. So you can't use the shape to place small slivers very easily, and you don't know where they are, so it can be a lot of just hunting all over the place for 1 or 2 pieces, and that's definitely wasting seconds that none of us have. So I had to give up on the yellows, and that's another big thing that I always work on is being willing to let things go. If it's slowing down, you just have to put it down and leave it, because once more of the puzzle is built, you can come back to it. I think it's the very hardest thing to do in speed puzzling, because all of us know we can solve it, but just because you can doesn't mean you should right now.
Yeah, it's actually a question that I thought of just now. How do you prevent yourself from actually picking up that piece again? Because I think what a lot of people do is that they put it on the side saying like, I'm not going to put that in now. I don't have to search for that. And then half a minute later, you reach for it again and it's again in your hand and you're trying to find it yet again. Do you have like a strategy for it?
I have 2 strategies. One is don't. The 2 is live with somebody who can help you practice. Because the problem with that is it's a tick. When you're adrenaline, you don't even realize you're doing it. So that's where when Jim and I work together, like we're very much kind of, we share a brain on this and we're always working on it and strategizing and stuff. But having somebody watch you while you're puzzling, they can see what's going on because they're not adrenalized out of their minds like you are. And they will say, move on. And then it helps you notice when you're not really moving on. And then when it comes time, hopefully you've learned how to do that for yourself. Do we ever really learn how to totally move on? I don't know. I haven't been there yet. I'll let you know if I find it. Let me know if you find it.
Yeah, definitely let everyone know when you reach that stage, because it is a recurring problem for, I think, every single speed puzzler.
Yeah, and I think probably championships are decided based on that, who moved on and who didn't, right?
Probably, because like especially now, like you were saying, like the times are getting so insanely close to each other that it really depends on that at some point, especially on the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, in the meantime, congratulations to all the finishers. We are at place 28 now, so there's still 2 places in top 30.
This is awesome.
Yeah, people are doing really cool here.
Yeah,
we're doing it.
Now everybody keep puzzling. If you get stuck, leave it and move on. There's so much to work on this. So many different things.
Yeah. And do you also commentate Jim from time to time?
Not the best time to drop that.
I would have to pick a different sport to commentate him. So he knows so much about puzzling and commentates amazingly. Like, I don't know how he does what he does. Like, does he circular breathe or to have that much oxygen? But he doesn't. He sometimes we'll do puzzles together for fun.
Who's missing
And
a
when
face?
we first started in speed puzzling, he learned how to puzzle just to be my pairs partner because I wanted to do the pairs. The deal was he would be my pairs partner until I could find somebody else to do it. But he doesn't actually take a lot of joy in the assembly part. He loves watching it come together. He loves the sport. He loves the strategy and how you think about it, but his hands don't love to do pieces. So occasionally he'll jump in. It's fun when my team Wicked Quick is together, and occasionally Jim will do a puzzle, and then all of us stand around and yell at him the things that he's always yelling at us, and it feels very cathartic for about 5 minutes, and then we all return to our rightful places.
Yeah, that also sounds like nice teamwork, though.
Yeah, it is. And even if you don't have another person in your house, and even if you do, a really valuable thing is to watch video of yourself puzzling, because you'll immediately see all of the like stupid things that you do that you're not aware of that are just a tick. And all of us have ticks. And once you see it, you're like, oh my gosh, why am I doing that? And then it's easier to stop when you can see yourself. So that's another thing that I really like to do, and I always encourage people to do, is tape yourself, and as painful as it is, watch it back. And not sped up either, because you'll impress yourself if you're sped up.
Great. Yeah, well, that was amazing, Mari, and I really enjoyed your breakdown of the puzzle and everything. Yeah, so hang on, I'll just update the screen. Some people have just finished on the screen.
Ooh, we got top 30. Yay, everybody. Awesome.
No, I have actually miscounted the placements. We are above place 30 already.
Oh, wow. This is running fast. When it came out of the wrapper, we said this is going to run really fast, and it's true. So keep going, guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, I actually had, sorry, I'll just add some people to the screen, then I have a question for you. I just got to...
Yeah, so we're at place 33 at the moment, if I counted correctly.
Oh, very exciting. Yeah, it's looking, I'm seeing people on my screen here. It's looking good. It's fun watching. Everybody has a different way of going about this. That's the fun about a puzzle where there's lots to work on. That if you don't like text, you can go for faces. If you don't like foreground, you can go for background. I very early went for the blue sky background, and it's just really great. So there's lots to adjust your eyes to. If you get stuck, you can always switch. And there's so many right ways to do a puzzle like this. It's whatever you see the fastest.
So few pieces.
Yeah, that's basically what we were looking at while we were watching everyone, like from the start, that like there were no two people who went the same about the puzzle. Like every person did something else first. And yeah, like some were building from the outside in, some people started with the inside and then went to the outside, some pulled out the signs and all that. So it is pretty good about busy puzzles in that sense, that like, yeah, you always have something to reach for.
Yeah, so my question was, what do you think of these Speed Puzzle Pals speed runs of doing the same puzzle over and over?
I love it. I think it's so great. So I think I have recently been informed I'm getting a reputation as a rerun person, like who really, I train a lot of reruns.
Oh gosh!
I obviously
Hello.
First looks are the way to go. I always want a brand new. I'd never seen this before.
It's so big
when it came out of the wrapping, brand new to me. And I think that's really, for
not
me,
my finest
what
hour.
the sport of speed puzzling
I mean,
is all
I think
about
people.
when we're in
Oh wait, I'm
competition,
missing a piece.
that having unreleased puzzles
Oh,
that
no.
nobody has seen, because so much of it is about figuring out on the fly, how am I going to solve it? And if you've already figured some of that out,
I'll put
it's
it
a
that I'm missing a piece.
But when you're training, like I really see speed puzzling as having their two sides to the two like hemispheres of skills that we have to have. The one is the mental of like being able to process the image and strategize through it. Like, what order should I do things in? What do I
There we go.
But
we found it.
But the other, there's a lot of, it's very physical. There's a lot of mechanics. And there's no
Oh no,
good
sorry.
way to cleanly
Thanks
practice
for the raid.
just the pure physical side of it.
Okay,
if
I
you're
was
also trying to practice
37th,
the image.
guys.
So this is where the nuance,
37th!
I
Oh
think, the
gosh.